We're going to be hooking up all of our gear with this stuff, MIDI cables. What is MIDI? What is MIDI? MIDI stands for Musical Instrument Digital Interface. It's how the keyboards talk to one another. MIDI cable is 5-pin DIN. Large DIN cable. Hooks in the backs of these units.
On the back of the unit, you will see where it says out and in. There's a MIDI out and there's a MIDI in. That's where the cable goes. You need to plug the out to the in and the in to the out.
One other super important aspect about MIDI is that it's used to synchronize all of our equipment together so that it all plays in time. And that's one of the main reasons why we're using MIDI in our setup. What MIDI is and what MIDI is not. MIDI is a way to control the sounds that are coming out of the synthesizer. It's a digital language and a way to send note information and other parameters to your synthesizer to tell it what to play and to perform. But MIDI is not audio. MIDI is not going to transmit samples or the sounds of another synthesizer to your mixer or to your speakers. So the difference is that MIDI controls an instrument so that you can control maybe multiple instruments in a setup with one keyboard. But the instruments themselves are going to make the sound. This is a MIDI controller, the keyboard. It controls the sound of a synthesizer, most namely the notes. When you press a key, it sends that information to the synthesizer and tells it what note to play. This simple controller has only one MIDI out. It only sends information to control that synthesizer.
So when we hook this keyboard to this sound module, the information goes out from the keyboard into the sound module that you want the keyboard to make sounds with.
So the Roland MX1 in our setup, particularly how we have it set up, is that it's pretty much the brain or the center of what goes on in everything that we have, both with audio and with the MIDI, and there's a particular reason for that. But there are some things that we have to do to make it all work together, and we didn't really know this all at once, the very first onset when we got everything. So it took a lot of experimentation and rerouting and plugging things to make it all work the way that it pretty much optimizes the system.
The Roland MX1 is an 18-channel performance mixer with step-sequenced effects, transport, and tempo control. The MX1 combines elements of a mixer, control surface, audio interface, and step-based effector. On the back of the unit, we see the MIDI interface and 4 USB hosts, which we connect to our other Roland IRA units. One USB is powered. There is also a USB out, which we connect to our laptop, where we record into Ableton or Serato software. There are 4 1/4-inch instrument inputs, as well as 1 1/8-inch stereo input, 1 digital input, aux send returns, and 2 1/4-inch outs. The Roland MX1 is effectively the nerve center of our semi-modular rig. The Korg Volca FM is a 3-voice digital FM synthesizer that completely reproduces the sound engine of a classic FM synthesizer and provides compatibility with it as well. The unique Volca interface makes it easy to manipulate distinctive FM sounds, even if you're not familiar with the complexities of FM synthesis. There's one MIDI in as well as a stereo headphone jack for audio. It's a very fun instrument. The Korg Volca sample is a sample sequencer where we can edit and sequence up to 100 sample sounds in real time. It is also very fun. You can sample any sound into this that you want and then manipulate it and record and sequence right here in one unit. Also really enjoyable. The Rollin JPOA is one of our favorites. This is a boutique version of the legendary Jupiter 8 synth. There's so much to say about this, we have to make another video for it. This is also USB. We run it through the powered on the MX1. It's amazing. This current configuration you see in this flow chart is how we have our studio set up with all of our gear, but it changes all of the time depending on the function and purpose we need for recording. So experiment with your MIDI gear, subscribe to our channel, and feel free to reach out with any questions you might have or comments. Thanks for watching.